Hi, I'm Lynn McKee from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I'm an independent consultant and I'm passionate about helping individuals, teams, and organizations deliver valuable software. I'd like to talk today about what I think it means to advance the craft of software testing. I think that starts with each and every one of us and consciously choosing to enhance ourselves and ensure that we're doing the very best that we can as software testers to enhance our skills, through our approaches, our techniques, our tool sets, all of that. And I think we have a really diverse range of opportunities in our industry that we don't necessarily always leverage. So the obvious ones, the big ticket ones, are your courses and your conferences, which are fantastic learning opportunities. But how often do you get to go on those with the economic times that we have right now? So maybe you get to go on a big ticket course or conference once a year. You're engrossed in 3 days of learning, and we all know the retention rate. If you don't go back home and apply what you've learned within 72 hours, you have a drastic reduction in your retention rate. And so you don't necessarily keep that much of what you've learned unless you actively seek out individuals who also took the course or the conference, and you're able to continue that discussion and continue to find ways to apply it in your everyday work. So those are great options, but not so easy to continuously learn. So I really focus on some other low-cost options, which I think are fantastic. So for me, that involves being a member of communities and associations that I really believe in. It means being active in reviewing the myriad of articles, newsletters, etc. for publications that are out there in our industry. We all have publications that come in and we hit auto-delete on those. Maybe those are the wrong ones, right? Make sure you're choosing articles from organizations that you really care to read about, right? So choose ones wisely, choose ones that are going to matter to you. I think other great low-cost options obviously are fantastic books. We all have some of those on our shelves covered in dust. Again, choose authors who you're really passionate about. You think they've got something that you want to hear. And look for books being recommended from other people. When I hear someone say, I read this fantastic book and I think you should read it, because you develop an emotional connection to something you're going to learn in that book, and you have more initiative to actually pick that book up and finish it. So I think books are fantastic. I, for example, in the last 2 years have been addicted to reading all of Jerry Weinberg's books. So those are some fantastic options. Michael Bolton has fantastic recommendations for books that aren't even related to software testing, but you find great synergy in the concepts. Some of those are Blink and The Black Swan off the top of my head. So books are a great option. I also think our community, the sense of community for software testers. So we've got blogging, we've got Twittering, we've got some fantastic social media. I, for myself, just joined Twitter in January of this year thinking, what am I going to do with Twitter? I have no idea. What are people tweeting about? I'm on my road home getting a nice coffee from Starbucks. But it's not like that at all. It's fantastic learning. You have some of our most prevalent industry thought leaders on there sharing their ideas, sharing their blogs, references to articles. Even more exciting is often there's debates amongst the industry thought leaders on whatever the burning topic is of the day. So I encourage people, if you never tweet a single thing, create an account, follow people who you're interested in, see what's going on, and you're going to get your interest piqued by something, follow it up, and who knows, new passion for something else to learn about software testing and move yourself forward. I also think that some of the other fabulous community options out there are things like Weekend Testers. I myself just co-founded Weekend Testers Americas, which I think is really exciting opportunity to bring to North America and the US, Canada and US, for people to participate in. But there's chapters all over the world, so there's no excuse. There's a Saturday somewhere that you can join in on a Weekend Testers. We've even got weekday testers now. And what is that all about? That's a chance to actually sit down with like-minded individuals, pair up with them, and actually see other testers in action. And I promise you that the value is when you see how other people approach the same mission or charter, and it's radically different than yours, it inspires you to go, wow, that's how you look at things? I need to understand that better, or that I'm interested in understanding how you look at that better. And it stretches you again. You get a broader perspective of ways to come at software testing. So I really, as you can tell, believe in the Weekend Testers movement. But there's just a fantastic sense of community out there. There's peer workshops that you can participate in. Many of those are free to attend, and lots of low-cost options. I also think your network is so incredibly important. When you come to a conference, don't just sit beside people you know. Don't just look at your BlackBerry or iPod during the breaks. Actively seek out new people to meet. Seek out people with, again, radically different ideas than yours sometimes, and see where those conversations go. And continue those networking opportunities back home. Lots of our industry thought leaders really welcome the chance to talk to people year-round. Michael Bolton offers a lifetime free technical support, as he says. So if you watch him present at a conference or you've read an article of his and you're interested in his thoughts, you maybe don't quite believe them, you don't understand it, you've had a hard time applying them. For many people, many of the industry thought leaders, they really welcome the chance to talk about that more. I also encourage you to build your networks at home. Build a community of people you can meet with once a month. Talk about an interesting topic. Do this within your teams. If you're a team manager, create opportunities for interesting and engaging discussion on your teams. Bring in a blog article up. I talk about taking the lessons learned in software testing book. Take one lesson a month, your monthly status meeting, those dreaded meetings. Make it fun. Take a 20-minute section of that meeting and talk about a lesson from the lessons learned in software testing, which is James Bach, Cam Kaner, and Brett Petticord's book. Those are great opportunities to see what your teams really think about software testing, and more importantly, how can you use some of the lessons or industry trends that are out there right now to move your team forward, move yourself forward. Advancing the craft of software testing starts with each and every one of us.